Cole Palmer had the world at his feet. Coming off a jaw-dropping debut season at Chelsea, he'd stunned the Premier League with his swagger, his confidence, and his clinical left foot. The PFA Young Player of the Year award felt like a formality by the end. No one came close. He wasn't just Chelsea's best player. For long stretches of that season, he was Chelsea. Whether it was stepping up to buried penalties under pressure, curling in screamers, or linking up with teammates in tight spaces, Palmer played like a man possessed. He ended the 2023-24 campaign with the highest goal contributions in the league. Let that sink in. A 21-year-old who left Manchester City because he didn't want to sit on the bench, became the most productive player in English football. And it wasn't just a flash in the pan. The first half of this current season, 2024-2025, looked like a continuation of his meteoric rise. By Christmas, Palmer had already scored 14 Premier League goals. 4 of them came in one incredible game against Brighton in just one half. And it was the second time he was scoring 4 goals in a match. He was untouchable, dribbling, creating, scoring, and carrying Chelsea on his back through another rocky campaign. He had fans dreaming of a new Eden Hazard, and for once, it didn't feel like blind optimism. But then, something shifted. Since the turn of 2025, Palmer has gone 16 games without scoring. 16. That's over 4 months of Premier League football without finding the net once. The same Cole Palmer who looked like a generational talent, now looked hesitant, frustrated, and at times, invisible. So what on earth went wrong? Let's start with the obvious. Chelsea themselves are a mess. Still under construction, still a team without an identity. The midfield often feels disconnected, the attack inconsistent, and the pressure on Palmer became relentless. When a 22-year-old is tasked with being the main creator, the main goal threat, and the emotional leader, cracks are going to appear. Chelsea's system, if you can call it that, offered Palmer no breathing room. Opponents figured it out. Stop Palmer, and you stop Chelsea. And they did. Teams began doubling up on him. They sat deep, closed the spaces he used to drift into, and forced others to make the difference, players who simply weren't stepping up. Palmer started dropping deeper to get on the ball, moving wider to find space, but that pulled him further away from the goal. The sparkle began to fade. Then there's the psychological toll. This is a young man who went from the fringes of City's squad to being the guy at Stamford Bridge in less than a year. He didn't just rise to the challenge, he soared. But when the goals dried up, so did the confidence. Body language tells you everything. Earlier in the season, Palmer was demanding the ball, taking defenders on, lifting the crowd. Now, he looks hesitant. Like he's second-guessing every move. It's not about ability, he hasn't lost that, but form is fragile, and confidence even more so. It's also worth mentioning fatigue. Palmer played a lot of football. Between league games, domestic cups, and Chelsea's deep Conference League run currently, there was barely a break. He's young, yes, but even young players burn out, especially when they're constantly expected to carry the team. And then there's the pressure of expectations. The media crowned him a future England star, a Ballon d'Or contender. Fans placed their hopes squarely on his shoulders. That praise turned to concern, and concern has now turned into criticism. The same people who couldn't stop praising him are now questioning if he's just another one-season wonder. That noise can creep into a player's head, especially someone still learning who he is on and off the pitch. But here's the thing, this slump doesn't define Cole Palmer. If anything, it's a reality check. A reminder that development is never a straight line. Even the best go through dry spells. Harry Kane, Mohamed Salah, even Kevin De Bruyne. It's part of the journey. What matters is how he responds. Palmer still has all the tools, vision, technique, calmness in the box. He's already shown he can deliver under pressure. Now, it's about rediscovering that freedom, that joy, and letting go of the weight that seems to have shackled him in 2025. The storm he's in right now is tough, but it won't last forever. Slumps end. Confidence returns. And when it does, Cole Palmer will be back, not just as Chelsea's talisman, but as one of the most exciting young players in world football. Because talent like his doesn't just disappear. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more honest, well-researched football stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We break down the moments that matter, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Drop a like if you believe Cole Palmer will bounce back, and leave a comment with your take on what's gone wrong. This is a channel for real football fans, so if that's you, join the squad. Subscribe now, and I'll see you in the next one.